the most comprehensive coverage of the 2025 show. We are here at the JD Power Auto Summit. And look, the crowd is all.
Yeah, they really are. The energy is high. There's a lot of really great conversations because if you're here, you're having good conversations. You're about it. We want to thank Cox Automotive for partnering with us to make sure that we can be here. Story. If you haven't caught us on LinkedIn or Instagram, we're sharing just drip feed of some of the data, some of the insights that we've seen today. Paul, you've had a couple conversations. Talk to me about like what exactly you've seen or heard.
Couple takeaways. Number one, sentiment around 2025 is very high. Everyone is saying a consistent message of the outlook for what's going to be happen. It's going to be a good year for dealers. There are some challenges, used cars being one of the ones that goes to the top of the pile, saying we do see prices decreasing, good news for consumers, but we also see inventory decreasing, which is usually opposite. You see prices go up and inventory goes down. Financially, lending, we don't know what's going to happen, so there's still a lot of high prices when people go, but overall, a good year for automotive. A lot of cars to sell, people buying cars, good SAR, so good sentiment with some challenges.
Yeah, exactly. I got to have a couple conversations on the EV front, and it's interesting because we saw this lift in the mid-market of EVs over the last year, but what that's producing is still a fair amount of uncertainty from the buyer, and the product is not all the way ready for that mid-market, and so it looks like 2025 in EVs is going to be about flat, and it's a little bit of a reset year, an education year, an opportunity both for the consumer and the dealer employee to be educated, and then the product will come in behind it for a faster growth, potentially 2026 to 2030. So still a lot of questions on EV infrastructure from a charging perspective. So we'll see if we can kind of recover some of that. OEMs, both legacy and net new OEMs, kind of coming together, figuring out what the charging standard is and whether or not we can get enough chargers for the public to be comfortable buying those cars.
Well, it's going to be another eventful year. We have a special guest for the midday live stream. I'm going to welcome our friend Derek Hansen, VP of Inventory for V Auto.
How you doing,
guys?
Thanks
for joining us.
Here,
Great to be with you. Yeah.
So a special shout out to Josh Gunsenhauser.
Yes.
For
yes.
like
Josh
say,
is
give me the
one. He's
like,
awesome.
Meet the guy.
Yes. Yeah. Josh is one of a V Auto PM out of New York and a common friend between Paul and I. And just as car people go, best of the best.
Very much so. So you're here. You have a lot of access to some insights that a lot of people don't have. So I would love to hear from your perspective what you see coming down the line for 2025, specifically when it comes to inventory and what's going to happen with pricing.
Yeah, Paul, you really hit the nail on the head. As we talk about sentiment coming into the year, there is momentum, right? New car inventory is up 8%. New car sales are up 7% year over year. Used car sales are up 10% year over year. Used car inventory down 18% year over year, to your point, right? So there's momentum, there's sales appetite, there's demand, there's broadly some excitement in the economy. The challenge is affordability is still tough. Interest rates aren't going where we thought they'd go as fast as we thought they would. And the biggest challenge of all is used car inventory acquisition, right? Where are you going to get those cars? And so we have some exciting things we're bringing to NADA this year to help alleviate that, help drive dealer performance and really improve the return on every vehicle that they invest in.
Are you in a position where you can share?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Trip? He's like, don't ask me twice.
It was quite an adventure to get here, right? I saw the snowy landscapes of southern Alabama, so I want to share it all. That's for sure.
You just said snowy landscape of southern Alabama,
right? We all have a story getting to NADA this year. It's been fantastic. But yeah, we're really excited. There's a couple things we're bringing to the booth for the dealers to see that we'll be rolling out. First is an enhanced appraisal. So bringing in OBD2, bringing in OEM build data, allowing a better experience from the dealer to the consumer. We know consumers are coming with 3, 4, 5 offers on their car every time they show up at a dealership. You have to be engaged with a better experience than historically what dealers have been known for as they're trying to acquire that inventory from consumers. So there's a lot that we've done, and creating a mechanism for them to deliver that value to the consumer in a much more consumer-centric way that helps them actually build the rapport, build the trust, and get that vehicle in their inventory. So that's something we're really excited about, that enhanced appraisal. Additionally, as you think about group performance, maximizing the assets that you have with the dealer group across the group, right? So that's a big point of emphasis to really allow those groups to drive better performance with the scale that they have. And so we put some new functionality around vehicle transfer and reporting and accountability to really improve group performance as well.
One of the things that we've really looked at as an industry too is to compete with some of the big box retailers like a Carvana or a CarMax that have done the work on things like trade cycle management and moving the purchase timeline up, or acquiring vehicles, and then also leveraging their scale. And because of things like consolidation, we're able to use data to our friends. Are you seeing dealers already leverage some of these technologies and efficiencies at scale to get greater profitability and quicker turns on their inventory?
Absolutely, yeah. When you see the best performers in the market today, they are taking in those best practices, right? They're driving an experience with the consumer where they're building trust, they're proactively reaching out, they're proactively sending a value so that they can compete with that Carvana number or that CarMax number that we know everyone has in their pocket. And doing it in a way where you create the trust and the personal experience that then allows them to come into the shopping funnel as well, right? So there's added benefit, not only getting that vehicle below market value compared to other sources, other channels, but building the consumer relationship and pulling them in as a shopper as well. So the idea is to put the tools in the hands of the dealer to allow them to be more profitable with every vehicle. That's been the heart of vAuto all these years, right? Back to Dale and the innovation and the challenging the status quo, and that's what we're excited to continue to push forward here at New Orleans.
Well, speaking of Dale, announcement a little over a month ago that Dale is going to be retiring at the end of 2025. Right. Do you have a reaction to that or a little Dale Pollock story you could share with us?
Yeah, so Dale's a legend, right? I mean, he is a legend in the car industry. We will miss him tremendously. And what I can say about Dale, though, is he imbued his mindset of innovation and challenging the status quo and really helping drive dealers to better performance. It's in the very heart and soul of vAuto and Cox Automotive for that perspective. And so we'll definitely continue on to honor that legacy and build upon that foundation that he helped us establish, and excited to be a part of that as we continue to roll out new products and continue to drive dealer performance forward.
Well, go ahead. You were going to say?
Awesome. No, I was just going to say thank you so much for sharing. It's clear you're passionate, and I love that every industry partner that comes to NADA is passionate about serving the retail matrix, right? Like, how do we serve the industry and be better retailers, be better operators? And it's clear that vAuto, Cox Automotive is interested in that. So thanks for partnering with us today and sharing what you're doing.
Yeah, thank you both. You guys have built a tremendous following. It's an honor to be with you all, and look forward to seeing more throughout the weekend.
That's right. We're going to do it. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Eric.
Yep.
So there you go. Rob, you can stay. Stay for the
Stay
close.
for the close. Come on in here.
Stay for the close. Yeah, we're going to do the close. You want to do the close?
Ship it out. Ship the close. Yeah, we got it.
Look, everybody, this is just one of many. We're going to be shipping you a lot more content, 3 live streams every day. Follow So Do More Than Cars on LinkedIn, because there's going to be a whole lot more there. We're going to bring as much as we can, the show, to you, and make sure you connect with people like Derek who are saying and giving these insights for the things you know you need. So
Absolutely.
You can just find them on LinkedIn. I don't even need to ask for your email address. So thank you so much. Thanks to our friends at Cox again for helping us make this possible. We'll see you probably in just a couple of hours.
Later today.